providing power and data to the future home of the pressurized mating adapter number 3 and international docking adapter number 3. So again, it'll be about 20 minutes or so until we reacquire video. Until then, we'll continue to hear this voice comm between the two spacewalking astronauts and our ground IV here in Mission Control Houston, astronaut Tracy Caldwell Dyson.
The ball screw ridges in the BLT. And, Chell, if you could give me a status on the center point of your coil.
Center point is secure with 3 twists. And that's confirmed, Tracy?
Nice work, and copy, Scott. Okay, Scott, we're going to prep the BLT for grease application. I think you have the BLT already in the crew lock bag.
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Sorry. Let me know when you got that before you grab the grease gun.
Okay.
And Chell, for you, if you haven't already, we're...
Tracy, with 2...
Go ahead.
All right, 2 points secure now on 286, and Tempsto, but secure on 287. I can go pick up the aft portion of the cable and start routing that to node 1, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, that's in work.
So Chell Lindgren has the first cable, the orange cable, temporarily stowed now.
Before you leave the bag, that if you haven't already, to prep a wipe for your grease gun steps.
Okay.
So again, Chell Lindgren has that first cable, the orange cable, temporarily stowed. He's going to retrieve one end of the coil and work it towards the forward end cone of node 1, the Unity module. That's the area right in between node 1 and the Destiny laboratory. He's going to remove all the caps on the cable and mate that cable to its connector point. And once that's completed, he'll be able to go back to the cable, retrieve it from its temporary stow point, and begin moving it across the Destiny laboratory and up over to the top of node 2, at which point he will attach a number of wire ties along the way, storing and securing the cable in place, and then giving it a temporary stow location just near the eventual port where pressurized mating adapter 3 will be located. And then once he's done with the orange cable, he'll head back and do the exact same task with the purple cable, stopping about halfway through, where he'll hand off to Scott Kelly, who should by that point be almost completed with his activity with the robotic arm. Kelly will take over and route the purple cable the remainder of the way, while Lindgren will move on to his final task for the day, installing that non-propulsive valve. So each of the crew members continuing to work 3 hours, 42 minutes into today's spacewalk. Again, we'll be getting some video coverage back in about 19 minutes from now. We'll get those views over the shoulders of both of these spacewalking astronauts, both on their first spacewalk in their spaceflight careers. For Scott Kelly, who's making his 4th flight into space, this is a pretty important milestone for him. For Chell Lindgren, the rookie space flyer, getting to do a spacewalk on his very first flight into space. And this will be just the first of 2, as both of them will be heading outside of the station airlock again on November 6th for a spacewalk to return some of the cooling systems on board the station back to a previous configuration.
Okay, Tracy. I'm ready to operate the grease gun.
Okay, I'll read the steps to you the first time, and then after subsequent times I'll just read prep. Remove tip cover.
Okay.
Push plunger in. And black triangle up.
Okay.
Rotate.
Plungers in, triangles up.
Great. Rotate the restraint ring to open, and then open the shutoff knob.
Open.
All right, just a note to use care.
Grease just flew out.
Okay. Use care with the BLT once grease is applied to prevent grease being liberated.
Yeah, some just like liberated off right out of the gun. I took the valve back to off.
Okay, that's probably just from...
There was some grease immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
immediately liberated.
Yeah, that's probably expected. There's an air bubble that was probably inside there that got liberated.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you need to wipe the tip of it, Scott?
Hang on. Yeah, let me wipe it off.
And guys, just a heads up, we're a couple minutes from...
Okay. All right, much better.
All right, you ready to apply the grease to the cradle of the BLT?
Yep.
Okay, it says here to carefully apply it and fill the cradle about 3/4 full.
Okay.
Chell, how you doing?
Doing great, Tracy. I'm at lab handrail 245, and I am currently putting this wire tie on with a half twist.
Excellent. And you went over the slide wire, I presume?
That is correct, over the slide wire.
Thank you.
And I will be going underneath the gap spanner on my way to 239.
You rock.
All right. Grease is applied.
Okay, Scott, ready to safe the gun. You can close the knob. Rotate the restraint ring to lock.
Okay.
Black triangle down.
Mm-hmm. Blocked.
Okay, black triangle down.
Down.
Wipe nozzle and install the tip cover.
Okay.
And Scott, unless you prefer otherwise, I'm just going to refer to those as prep and safe steps. I know you got them there on your crew lock bag.
Yep. Yep, that's good.